We are working out for the next 365 days in a row. So many of us struggle to make positive changes in our lives, and I tend to give up too. We can't stick to our goals. You see, we've done this challenge at least 10 times, reaching 200 plus days at least twice. I was hoping to get myself into breakdancing shape because I always wanted to breakdance. And failure was crushing. And sometimes when you fail a lot, you give up. And in my case, you give up on your dreams for good. I made excuses instead. But now, even if I give up, or I sleep in, or I stop, we're just going to start over again. We will become stronger. So what follows are my workouts and thoughts each day. Every day, we can decide to make good choices. So don't give up on yourself.
Hello and welcome to Workout Every Day, day number 38. We are more than 10% of the way there. And I mentioned earlier that I wanted to change some things, make my workouts more intense. And the focus really now is about tempo. It's about speed of movement, right? Because I spent roughly the first month trying to familiarize myself with movement, not really go too crazy with everything, just kind of feel things out and go nice and slow. But now the focus is on increasing that tempo, increasing that speed of each rep, and trying to make each rep count a lot more where I want it to. And what I mean by that, well, if I go very slow on each movement like I was doing, especially when I started, I'm going to hit a lot of that eccentric portion of the movement or the stretch portion of the movement, which is good, especially when you want to build stability and overall strength later on. But now that I'm pretty much comfortable with a lot of my form on most movements, I would say, okay, now it's time to increase that tempo. And I think that's something that doesn't get talked about enough when it comes to exercise training and programming. The speed of movements do matter, guys. They do. And I'm very excited for that. Now, today, I did not get the most lovely, full encompassing workout. It's pretty much like 3 to 4 things that I did, lasting around 30 minutes or a little bit more, and I'm going to go over 2 of them. So, I did rows, okay? I did push ups yesterday, doing rows today. I kind of feel like I've hit my cap for making towel rows difficult. I need to maybe change the angle or change something that I'm doing, but I'm kind of at the point where, yes, I have a very challenging last rep, but it doesn't feel as nice. Maybe I'm getting addicted to using actual weights at a gym. So this exercise right here is ankle pumps. So this is something that I've been meaning to do, or some variation of this, to work on dorsiflexion of my ankle to improve strength. And I also want to be able to just have that mobility there. And it's been a while since I've done any kind of variation of this. Normally what I've done is I've been on the side of a bench or off a bench, attach something like a resistance band or maybe a small weight on my leg, and then I'll flex my foot up and down. But doing it against a wall or against something and then flexing each leg as I bring my foot out, it works pretty decently. So that is important. The angle that you put your feet, you'll know right away if you're at the wrong one. Like, I believe having your feet a little bit too close, you won't actually get that feeling of flexing that muscle in your ankle. So I try and bring it far enough so I'm able to do that. And excuse the beeping, by the way. My house's mini alarm is going crazy, but it's not actually nothing. I'm trying to speak over it. It's not working. But yeah, flexing each leg like that. And I found a lot more success as well doing one leg at a time, just so I could really, really focus on it. And yeah, hopefully this will help. I noticed that when I started doing these in variations and increasing intensity last year, that I would run and then I wouldn't get those shin splints I used to get. So this is another thing that has to go into my weekly routine, but I actually need to, and I said I would, but I didn't, and I hate when I do that. I said I would plan everything out so I knew all the things I had to do per week, but I'll be honest, between yesterday and today, I got swamped with a lot of work that I had to do, and I've just been behind on pretty much everything, including my own training routine. So that's why we're here now. I got some core exercise on the menu, regular plank, side plank, all that good stuff. And yeah, I can finally go to sleep. I am super tired these days. Anyway, take care. I'll see you in tomorrow's video at the gym. Bye bye.